basically, as your role as a poetry pundit or literary pundit, can you describe the future of American poetry as you see it? I know it may be hard to describe such an abstraction, but what is the state of it right now, and what do you expect is to come?
Well, it's hard to say. You can say there are two sides to American poetry. One is a sort of everybody describing what a victim they are. I've had a terrible childhood. Would you please give me a grant? That's the mood of about 50% of it.
Sure.
And poetry has to do with the kind of joy that Galib can bring in, even though in some ways he has a harder life than anyone in the United States. So you've got this self-pitying thing. Then another part that you have are the poetry slams, which are kind of lively. People get together and see who can shout the loudest.
Sure.
And there's something right about taking poetry like that and bringing it out so that everyone can hear it. Because in the university, it's dying.
Yeah.
The deconstructionists and all of these people are really destroying the study of literature in the universities. So it has to survive on the outside. So those are two possibilities I see. And the third, I would say, wouldn't be done by either of these two groups, but to really recognize how much suffering and failure there is in America. I did one poem that said, the time of manifest destiny is over. The time of grief has come. So if we could really, you know that we have a lot of grief, or we wouldn't have all of these talk shows, the sitcoms with the laugh line every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That's what's really killing us. And if we could ever get into a serious situation and we could learn how to grieve for the dead of the Vietnam War, the dead of the Second World War, grieve for the women that are being beat up all over the place, if we could learn to grieve, we'd be not only much better as a nation, but much better at poetry.